about the, see, generally you're saying Unix admin, right? Unix admin, right? Fine.
Yeah.
And Linux admin. So Unix admin actually, see, in earlier, 1971. So the Unix was started in the earlier, okay, in the 1971. And actually there are multiple flavors are there, and coming to 1980s onwards, okay, 1980s onwards, there are multiple like Solaris, Unix Solaris, okay, and IBM Unix, IBM AX, we call AX, okay, and HP UX, HP
Okay.
UX, okay. So different flavors are there, okay, but many are there like okay, like BSD, okay, Bartlett software distribution. There are many flavors are there out of all, but these three are the major Unix flavors. Okay, you can just start
Okay.
from 1980 to 1980s, you can say 80s. It was there, okay. And to 1991, we are having the Linux actually in the market. So what I saying Linux, right, which is came in the market in 1991, okay, and the Linux actually which is created like derived from the Unix only, it's not separate one. The Linux is which is the derived from the Unix itself, Unix kernel only, okay.
Okay.
So both look almost same, but only thing is this Unix can be running in different hardware, okay. The Linux running different hardware. I mean to say the Solaris, right? See, except in the Unix also, out of the three flavors, right, which are famous in the market, out of three, only Solaris can support you Intel and Spark, its own hardware, Intel process, and Spark. This is like a Solaris Spark actually. Something Spark, yeah, Spark, something, okay. And whereas IBM have its own like power processor, and HP have its own power or own process, okay. Having own like processor there. It's not like Intel. See, I mean to say, if you want to learn or work on, if you want to install IBM software into Intel, right, the what we are using right now in the market, right, so it won't support you. IBM or HP, it won't support you. Only Solaris can be installed in either Intel or Spark. Intel means what happens in the market we are getting laptop, right, laptop desktop, right, the normal laptop or desktop servers, right. So the Intel machines, like i7 Post, i5 processor, right, E4,
Yeah.
like exactly, okay. And Spark is again which is different hardware owned by the Solaris operating system. Okay, so here the
Okay.
problem, yeah, exactly. So if you want to learn this one, we don't have a dedicated hardware. Generally, maybe some institutes are teaching, but in the Unix, which flavor you want to learn actually, or you are looking for Linux admin? That's what I want to know. In the Linux, yeah, let's come to Linux. Let me tell you, because Linux is the name, but having the multiple like Red Hat, okay, CentOS, Fedora, Fedora, okay, and SUSE, which are actually Ubuntu, which are like famous, not much famous, but out of all, the first one is a very famous, which is a very famous in the market. These two are very famous in the market. So if people are using Linux, right, they should use either of this operating system. Okay, and OS, not only OS, yeah. So and one more thing, like compared to the Linux the licensing is less than the Unix one. Even Linux also you can get it free of cost. See the Red Hat, right, which is a commercial. The Red Hat is commercial, but CentOS is completely free. It's completely free of cost. But both are same copies, both are identical copies. But only thing is what Red Hat you have support engineers are there, but CentOS you don't have support. You need to only take the help from in the on internet only, but through like some forums only. Okay, but you don't have any support for CentOS. Fedora development version. Fedora is the development version. It's the development version. SUSE is again different vendor again. It's a commercial. In the SUSE you have again two flavors. One is OpenSUSE, like second commercial SUSE. OpenSUSE is free again. Ubuntu is mostly people use for development only. Developers they are writing some code, right? They do some development testing, right? Ubuntu they use, but server they don't use for Ubuntu much more. It may support, but they don't use much more because the Red Hat the both are having major features than the other operating system. Okay, so in the market, mostly people are using the Linux only compared to the Unix because Unix is costly. And one more thing, you don't get the much documentation online. If you go for a Unix admin, right, you don't get much online support. I mean, there is no much documentation. Except Solaris, you could get something, but this is very poor actually. I don't know. But still, compared to using this IBM and HP, but cost is it too costly actually. I mean, say everything you need to, say to take separate licensing. The hardware, different hardware, the operating system, different. Okay, and the in the online right now, you don't get much forms of documentation. But Solaris okay. Out of all, the Solaris okay, you can get documentation. Okay, but when you compare to the Linux and Unix, I recommend Linux having more features than the Unix actually. because the Linux can work like both the graphical mode and command mode. Okay, of course, as admin, we work 99.9 in command mode. We don't use graphics mode. Okay, because command mode we have a lot of control. We do a lot of automation, a lot of tasks in the command mode quickly. We have better performance. Okay, we don't use graphical. We don't use graphical. Okay, okay, but just telling you, but this is a purely command mode only. Okay, so actually I don't know which one you're looking for. You're looking for just gave you the idea about the what is the Unix history, Linux history. So yeah, which one you looking for exactly? You looking for Unix or Linux administration?
I would look. I'm looking for Unix admin, which is
So
Solaris.
oh, good. That's fine. When is the Solaris, right? Actually, I worked earlier, but I presently I'm not teaching Solaris because I worked almost 6 years back. Okay, I worked in the Solaris 10 actually, Solaris 10. But after that, I'm not working Solaris because I told you that the market we are seeing most of the Linux only because of the cost and the maintenance, everything. People are moving to Linux only. So I also just moved my career to Linux as well. Okay, but yeah, presently, but yeah, I'm not working in Solaris actually. That I just want to tell you. So
Okay.
yeah, because I don't know because this demo I thought for Linux only, but just give you idea because you're saying Unix and Linux, right? Just I thought to give some idea so that now you can just think and let me know. That's the reason I gave you some idea. Yeah, so it's completely. I mean, say I told right. If you want, you can learn a separate SunSpark machine, which is you need to buy separately. I don't know where it's available. Of course, it supports Intel as well. If you have laptop, right? In the laptop also you can install this. But there are two different OS are available Solaris only. Okay.
Okay.
Intel,
Intel.
if you go for Oracle support, right? Oracle document, Oracle website, right? In the downloads, right? You can see Solaris for Intel, Solaris for the Spark.
Okay.
It
Got.
won't show you Intel, it will show you Solaris x86
Okay.
and Solaris Spark.
Okay. Got it.
X86 was another one Intel machine, which is the Spark hardware, separate hardware.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So yeah,
when we learn Linux, can't we work for Unix?
yeah, see, by learning one technology, I started my career as a Linux only, as a Red Hat admin in the beginning, 2009 actually. Okay. After that, see, what if you know one technology, almost the remaining almost same only. Only see, the configuration is different. Almost the files are very close because
Okay.
the Linux right, which is came from Unix only. The Linux
Okay.
right, which is from Unix only. If you know one, I learned the Red Hat only, but after that I got to know the CentOS because both are same copies. I worked on Fedora, the development version.
Mm-hmm.
Fuzzy, I know Ubuntu. Okay, multiple
Mm-hmm.
versions I worked with. The same time, I worked with Solaris also. But the thing, right? Some comments are different compared with the Linux and Solaris, but it's almost by knowing one technology, by knowing one technology, the other technology is not a big deal actually. Even
Okay.
I worked with IBM also, but very less. HP also worked with very less. Okay, the name see
Mm-hmm.
in the Linux, right? When you come Linux, right, we call virtualization. Okay, I'm just giving you one
Okay.
example. Okay, virtualization, one technology,
Okay.
virtualization. Okay, the
Okay.
same if you go for Solaris, right? They call it domes. Okay, Jones, sorry, Jones they call it Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they call it full Jones, like no half Jones. Some Jones are there in Solaris actually. Same way if you go for
Okay.
IBM, right? They call it like no pass, L pass. Both are like
Okay.
no virtualization only. The names are different here. Obviously, the
Okay.
command might be something different. Here I'm running some command. Almost the because I'm working mostly majorly for these two technologies, okay? Majorly work, okay, completely. So when you compare these two technologies, right, Solaris and Red Hat, right? Almost the commands are identical, almost many areas. You can say 60 to 70% commands are equal only.
Okay.
Okay. In the Linux, we call
Mm-hmm.
it LVM, Logical Volume Manager. If you go for Solaris, right, we call SVM, Solaris Volume
Mm-hmm.
Manager. Concept is same
Okay.
only to
Okay.
provide the what you call scalability of the storage.
Okay.
Okay, but the
Okay.
naming different, obviously command different, right? LBM I have different command, MDA, okay. So LBM I have different command, LV create. But here, of course, the command is different, SV something.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept is same only. Because in the whatever we're learning in the Red Hat, right? Linux, right? Like DNS configuration, DHCP, okay, user management, package installation, everything you could see here as well. Okay, DNS also will be here. DNS will be there. DHCP will be there. Everything will be here only. Here also. User management will be there. Package installation will be there. In the Linux, we call the date RPM, the Linux Red Hat. But here you can say .pkg,
Mm-hmm.
.pkg, yeah, package .pkg. So like this,
Okay.
yeah, by knowing one technology, the second technology is not a big deal to work or maybe no, okay. So no on it, okay. Not a big deal
Okay.
actually.
Okay. Would you mind giving demo for Linux admin for Red Hat or other?
Sure. Okay, I'll give you the demo for the Red Hat Linux. So just I'm giving you one suggestion. Okay, by learning one technology, the other is almost same only, because all are same flavor, same family only. Because the complete Linux comes Unix only. By knowing one Unix flavor, the remaining also almost same. Okay, initially you're learning everything new. It takes some time, but once you know one of the technology, the remaining is almost same only, but only some command different. That's some naming different. That's it. Okay,
Yeah.
all into
Okay.
same
Got it.
family only. Like you're learning some bike ride, right? Maybe you're learning some bike drive. Okay, so you like to learn maybe some like pulsar bike. You would, in the beginning you'll try to learn the bike. So once you learn the bike ride, you could easily try the other bikes also, right? Maybe in
Yes.
beginning. In beginning,
Yeah.
it takes some time, like to balance the okay and to look for the gears. If assume you learn only like non-gear bike in the beginning, okay, so you can say some
Yeah.
scooty or something else, okay. But other bike, okay, you could easily manage, but it takes a little bit of time, not like the beginning effort. The effort you spend in the
Yeah.
beginning, right, compared to second time, it's very less actually.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'll give you the demo of the Linux, okay, just to have it, okay, and so that now just think and let me know, so that now we'll see what it, okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so coming here, right, actually, yeah, already explained some history already. So actually, we're discussing about the Linux system administration. See, actually, our Linux training, right? Our Linux training divided to different sections. One is the Linux system administration. Second is Linux network administration.
Okay.
Okay, so these two different sections, our training is divided. The Linux system admin, you're going to see about the complete like introduction to Linux and Unix, the history of the Unix and Linux.
Okay.
When it was started, the architecture of the Linux, what is the kernel, what is the file system, what is shell. Okay, we will
Okay.
have to do the architecture. Okay,
Okay.
and follow with the basic concept of the Linux actually. Okay,
Okay.
and different between the different like Linux flavors and different Unix flavors.
Okay.
I'm giving you here a history of Unix as well. I gave you already something here. Okay, but even though I'd like to give you exactly when the Unix was started, what was the earlier name. Okay, who developed actually.
Okay. Okay.
And we'll see about
Yeah.
some basic commands here. Okay, because
Okay.
the more the command you know, okay, you work more actually. If you know the more command, you
Okay.
can do more work actually, because commands have a lot of power actually. Okay, so you do a lot of automation. Okay, so because as they had been, we work, you can say 100% command mode only. Okay, because command mode you do a lot of things actually when it comes to graphical mode. Okay, so that's why it's very easy as well, because so once you practicing, right practice is very easy to work on the command level. Okay, we'll see some of the advanced commands as well. Okay, once you know the introduction to Unix and Linux, we are moving to the word installation of the Linux actually. Okay, we'll try to do the installation here. In our training, we are going to do installation in a VMware first of all. On top of VMware, we are going to install the Linux operating system. You know VMware? Any idea?
No.
VMware, virtual machine. So
Yeah.
I mean to say, yeah. So you will be having laptop, right? In the laptop, right? So laptop, assume you already have a Windows something like Windows is running already, right? Here, if you want to install Linux, right, you have two options. One is you can go for dual boot. In the beginning, it was dual boot only, but now what happened? So something called like virtualization came in the market. Virtualization in 2000 in the beginning only. Okay, virtualization came. So it means what happened in the laptop? We installing one application called VMware application, which is a free only. I'm giving the free version only, VMware application. On top of the application, we are going to create the Linux virtually. I can make as many as servers, Linux servers as I want, virtually. Okay. So this virtualization concept is famous in the market. I think for the last long time back only, not today, in the beginning. Starting from 2008 or like 7, right? This was there, the virtualization concept. And still people are using virtualization only. Okay, I'll show you this one as well. Okay, so like that we are going to create the Linux virtually in the VMware application, so that now whenever you want, you can start the VMware, start server, and practice. You can shut down this VM. It won't make you any problem to your laptop. You can work parallel in the Windows as well. You can work parallelly between the Linux and Windows, so that now it won't disturb your existing work.
Got it.
When it's a dual boot, what happened? You need to install two operating system in two different hard disks, two different like disks actually, partitions.
Yes.
If you're running Windows, you cannot see Linux. If you're running Linux, you cannot see Windows.
Yes, correct.
There is a few dual boot actually. Okay, so dual boot is not required. It's the old one we did in the beginning when we didn't have the virtualization concept. Okay, yeah. So
Got it.
this is actually not required like no introduction to graphical user interface, because just giving you some theoretical conceptually what is the genome KD desktops. Okay, Linux is having two types of desktop. One is the genome desktop, second is the KD desktop. Okay, so genome is actually the default desktop. KD is actually you can switch from one desktop to another desktop. Okay, so but not much important. Okay, but it'll just give you idea about some how to run the some option in the graphical level. But out of that, the fourth is important. How to install the packages. See, right, in the Linux, in the Windows, right, if you want to install the software, what we can do? So we download the .exe, right, .exe, right, only .exe or
Yeah.
.msi, right, otherwise .msi. Okay, only you can install these, right, in the Windows system.
Yes.
Okay, you cannot install any other package because it won't support in the system. The same way, Linux support .rpm. What is meaning RPM? A Red Hat package manager.
Okay.
So for Red Hat, for CentOS, SUSE, OpenSUSE, Fedora, Oracle Linux, these all having the .rpm.
Okay.
Same family only. But when you go for the
Okay.
Ubuntu Debian, right? Ubuntu Debian supports your .deb extension. Mean Debian.
Okay.
This is the Debian distribution. This is the Debian distribution. This is the Red Hat distribution.
Okay.
Understood, right? So
Yeah.
here we'll be discussing about how to install the packages, how to remove the packages, and how to check it whether installed or not. How to update the packages, and how to install one by one single package installation, or how to install multiple packages same time.
Okay.
Okay, thus we use yum actually. Yum is the one tool which is there from Red Hat RHL 5 onwards. RHL means what RHL? Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Red Hat Enterprise Linux version 5. Red Hat 5 onwards, this was introduced in the market in this version. By using M tool, right, I can install the packages, multiple packages same time. Okay. So, but by using RPM, you can go for like no one by one installation. Sometimes the RPM cannot be installed by. I mean, if you try to install one package, the RPM will not support all the package. Why? Because you're installing package by using RPM tool, right? Maybe installing package number 1, assume. But this package having dependency with package number 2. That means, right, if you want to install the package, right, first of all, this must be installed. Dependency.
Yeah.
Then you come here, install this package first, then you can install this package later. So if you have single dependency, it's okay. But if you have multiple dependencies, maybe multiple dependencies like this, if you want to install package, you need to install all these packages one by one, which is very difficult to track, which is very difficult to install the packages individually.
Okay.
And that's the reason we use M. M will install the actual packages along with the dependencies automatically. It will resolve automatically dependencies. This is one of the nice tool. Okay, I love M is RHL 5 onward. In RHL 7 we got DNF as well. DNF, one more what do you call no? Tool. Either you can use M or DNF, both are same only. You can use the M package, M tool or DNF tool. Both are same only, which is there for like 8 hours, RHL 8 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll discuss about Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8 version. Okay. So that's here, okay, M configuration.
Okay, so mostly Rama, we will work on packages.
No, this is what I'm giving one example. Sometimes sometimes you have to install packages, right? Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, here if you're learning admin means everything is there. Admin means you are learning end to end here. While working, you get a requirement depends upon like situation.
Okay.
Isn't it right? Your admin means you need to control everything. If you're the driver of the car, you should know everything.
Yes.
Not the complete operation, I meant to say, not complete repair, okay? At least okay, so because the mechanical different, right?
Yeah. Got it.
Here also, here you will be learning what package installation and user and group management as well. How to create the users, okay? How to create the groups, how to add the users to the groups. What is the primary group? What is secondary group? What is the purpose of it?
Okay.
Okay, and permissions. There are different permissions are there. Read, write, execute. How to change the permissions? How to give the permissions? What is the ACLs? Access control lists. Okay. So how that's the we are going to, how to give the permission like user level, group level, other level. What is symbolic permission? What is the numeric permissions?
Okay.
Like we call it 431 numeric value and symbolic Okay, we call it like U, okay, G and X. O, UGO, user group and others. We can give multiple ways of permission by giving change mode, change owner, change group, and sticky bit.
Okay.
And partitioning, you're trying to attach new hard disk, assume, right? You are that admin. So you would like to attach the new hard disk to the system. Okay, after attaching, what is the next step? You need to make a partition, right?
Yes, got it.
Partition,
Yes.
without partition, you cannot use the hard drive.
Yes.
Okay, but in the Linux, how to recognize the hard disk is attached to the system? What is hard disk number? How to make partition? Okay, so what is the logical partition? What is the physical? What is the primary partition? How many primary I can give? How many logical I can give? How can define size? Everything is command mode. We are going to see. After making partition, how to format it? In Windows, we use NTFS, right? NTFS, right? Windows.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, but Linux is support ext2, ext3, ext4, ext2, ext3, ext4, like that. Okay, and XFS, VFAT. There are many different file systems are there. Okay, and after mounting, you need to mount it and disk quotas, like enabling, controlling the space utilization at the user level. I want to say some quota for the user so that you cannot use much space. Backup restore. What are the backup tools are there? Like tar, CPIO, gunzip, bunzip, zip, zip, rsync, local copy, remote copy. Which are backup tools only. We are discussing only inbuilt tools. We are not discussing any third-party tool. Okay, because Linux has been purely we are discussing inbuilt tool. We are not discussing any third-party tools here. Okay. Because third-party tools you can easily learn by, because they'll teach you, right? The company people they'll teach you, they have requirement. Okay, but inbuilt tool is important here. And RAIDs to provide data availability, LVM to scale the storage. Important features. Okay, if you want to install the Linux installation, right? So everything we include RAID plus LVM to provide the data availability and data scalability, storage scalability.
Okay.
I told you LVM. I told you before LVM, right? Logical Volume Manager. This one.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
We'll discuss. Sometimes you can do the admin in the graphical also and through browser level also. I mean to say, you can log into the server through browser. You can do some maintenance activity. You can do some admin activity as well.
Yeah.
That is possible through by your tool, Webmin tool. You need to install this tool. This is available in the internet. You can download and install it. And you can log into the Linux through browser level, and you can monitor and you can admit some activities here. I'll show you.
Okay, good.
Okay, this is a complete system administration.
Okay. Yeah.
Coming to network, right? We'll be discussing about the networking, how to assign the IP to the system. Do you have any idea of IPs, class C IP, class B, class C? Any idea? Networking, basic networking. Any idea?
No, Rama.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no need to go much, okay, because we are not the pure network Cisco, right? We are learning the Linux admin only. So I will be discussing you what kind of IPs are there. Okay, what is the IP? What is the public IP? What is the private IP? I'll give you some introduction to networking as well. Okay, and okay, what is subnet exactly? Okay, so how to assign the IP in the Linux system? Okay, how to make the IP permanent? What is the virtual IP? Okay. So once you have understand the Linux networking, right? We are moving to the NFS, network file system. Okay, so how to by using NFS, you can share the files between the multiple systems of the Linux or Unix only. NFS can work between the Linux or Unix only, or Linux to Linux. NFS will not support by the Windows system. And DHCP, dynamic host, I mean say to assign the IPs dynamically. I want to assign the IP dynamically to all the systems in my network. This is my server in my office. I have 1,000 systems are there, or 100 systems are there. Assume 100 systems are there. Okay. I want to assign the IP to all the 100 systems dynamically. I don't want to assign manually. I want assign IP dynamically. That is possible through DHCP, dynamic host configuration protocol.
Okay.
DNS, domain name system, how to configure domain, basically google.com, right? Facebook.com. How these domains are configured in the backend. In the backend, right? How these domains are configured. What the purpose of DNS server, domain name system? Okay, so that will discuss. Okay, which is domain name is is one direct telephone book. DNS is some telephone book. It will resolve the name to mobile number to name, right? in the telephone directory.
Yes.
You can find name and mobile number and name. Same way, here DNS, every domain, every name have an IP in the backend. Google.com is have an IP in the backend. Facebook.com is IP in the backend. Okay, so DNS is like user-friendly names. Okay, even you also have some simple, right? So your name is something like no Rakesh, right? 1 second.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rakesh. So you must make some number, mobile number, right? See, it's difficult to call you by number, is right, everyone. It's difficult to call by some
Yes.
number because we are looking for a user-friendly name. So that's the reason DNS were using to understand the user-friendly names. Okay, in the IT, or you can say in the globe. And about the mail configuration, how to make the mail server configuration. We are doing the Gmail right in the public, right? But companies have their
Yeah.
own mail servers. Okay, so here we are going to use like no SMT, POP3, okay, Postfix mail servers are there. Okay, we'll see. And web server, how to configure web server here, like web hosting, right? You download one web page like Flipkart.com. Okay, when you type the Flipkart.com, you get the web page, some website, right,
Yes.
online site. But how the site is working actually? Okay, that's about web server configuration. How to make
Okay.
multiple like no virtual web hosting. We can host a website by using IP based, port based, name based by using Linux. Okay, we are going to use here Apache Tomcat. Okay, Apache configuration here. And file server,
Yeah.
file transfer protocol shares the files between the Linux and Windows. Okay, FTP protocol we call that. Samba service to share the files between the Windows and Linux server Windows clients actually. If you're
Okay.
having most of the Windows clients, right? I want to share the files from Linux to Windows. Then I could use Samba server service or Samba server. So that
Okay.
now I can share the file between the Linux server and Windows clients. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
some of the new features in the current version, and very important booting process. How the Linux can be booted? How the
Okay.
Linux can be booted? Okay, which is very important. Sometimes we do troubleshooting, right? Linux troubleshooting, right? Which is very
Yes.
important. We
Yeah.
do the troubleshooting part, the booting process, okay? And some of the sudo and su commands, okay? It is part of our basic commands only fine. And some after this admin, I will try to give some like automation, how to make the job schedulers, cron tab. I would like to run the job every day same time. Okay, that's called
Okay.
cron
Yeah.
tab. By using cron tab, I
Okay.
can make the work is automation. Shell
Okay.
scripting, like no, again, is some of the programming language. I'll give some very basics only. So you know C language, C plus language, right? Generally, you might hear, right? You might hear maybe language.
I heard. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, shell script is same kind of language only, but I'm not going to explain everything. But how we can use the commands in one script actually? I'll show you one or two examples only. What are the commands we're learning here, right? Everything I can put into one command, one script actually. I can execute it. I'll show you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is about our complete our Linux system and network administration. Okay, so yeah, please let me know if you have any queries or doubts. Because just give demo, I didn't go for the class. I didn't explain everything because the demo, right? I don't have time to explain everything. So once we start the
Yes.
class, I'll go one by one thoroughly to make you understand. Okay, yeah, please.
Yes, Ram. So all these administration do we do on command only, like with the help
Yeah,
of command?
yeah, exactly. We do only command only because I'm telling right. So graphical mode, we don't have much control. Okay, we don't. You cannot do much activity in the graphically. Okay, so command mode you
What
have much
is
control.
what is graphical and what is command, Rama?
This is a command mode, right? Let me try to open a server.
Command is which we use for CMD in the run, right?
Exactly. See, I'm starting my Linux server in the virtual, okay, which is my virtual machine. Okay.
Okay.
I'm starting a virtual machine.
Okay.
Already Linux is installed in the system. Yeah, you're at command mode CMD, right? In the Windows we have CMD, right? That's the command
Yes.
mode. Yeah, that's command mode only. Okay. See, I'm running right now Windows along with Linux running in one application like VMware application,
Got it. Okay.
which is actually Oracle Linux. Okay, I'm having the Oracle Linux. Okay, I told you before, right? I'm logging in the administrator user.
Okay.
Which is the right now I'm logging into server physically. I'm logging server.
Got it.
And which is a command mode tool we use in the real time. Putty.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
So which is graphical interface, but given graphical also see like Windows system. Graph interface. In the graphical also I have the thermal is there, command mode is there.
Mm-hmm.
See, thermal is there. Okay. This is again command mode. Means the physical system log into as a command mode, but generally we don't get access to the physical system directly because these servers are existing in the data center level. Servers, right? In data
Okay.
center, but we are working somewhere in the office campus, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
data center you can have only storage people are there or data center admins are there, engineers are there.
Okay.
Either Linux or Windows admin, right? We very rare have physical access. Very rare, not only for everyone. Very rare for
Mm-hmm.
companies. They use putty only to get access. My IP address and login system, command mode. I'm right now in my system right now. I'm right now
Mm-hmm.
my Linux system remotely through putty access. My server
Okay.
may be some data center, maybe US or UK, but I'm right now maybe in India. I'm logging to my server. I can work. I do all the
Mm-hmm.
activities here.
Okay.
This is what command mode. Everything you do command mode only. Because command handling,
Okay.
I told you a lot of control and a lot of automation we do actually.
Even partition thing that we do, that is also done.
Everything. See, you could do everything graphical also, but by learning graphics is very difficult to like to survive in the IT.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm telling right, graphical mode, we have the work is very late actually compared to the command mode, and not
Mm-hmm.
all engineers can get the graphical access. But because I told you already, if your company maybe servers are there in some data center, right, not in the office premises, if servers are data center, right, you don't get physical access.
Okay.
But even though
Mm-hmm.
you can log in by using VNC Viewer or something like Xming, some tools are there, okay, like Xming and VNC Viewer, you can get a graphical access. That is also there. But I am recommending personally not to do graphically. Even I don't know, I use graphically. Because we ignore the basics if you do graphically. We remember the steps only when you do command mode more. Command
Mm-hmm.
mode, when you're working, everything you're putting on file, simple, right? If you work command mode,
Mm-hmm.
one time, first time you're working, maybe you're looking on some documentation, okay? And you can prepare your steps in the one documentation. Second time, everything can simply copy paste, right? No need to go for writing everything manually. But when you go graphical mode, you don't remember the steps, how you went every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, got it.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm really scared to work in graphical mode, but command mode is really, I'm recommend personally, command mode is really suitable for, and you have a lot of control, you have a lot of actions you can perform. And it's easy to remember. You can put everything in like copy and paste, put it in one notepad. All commands are available all the time with you. Just follow step by step. That's it. What are
Mm-hmm.
you doing in the real time, right? Every time the one document must be there. Okay. Once you become professional, then you can use your own commands because you don't need to look for any documentation.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
see, some
Got
small commands I can run without seeing any document, but some setup, maybe we need some documentation. For safe side, we know, but sometimes we may make mistake.
Okay.
Because we are humans, right? Our brain work multiple activities all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Fine, right? Yeah,
Okay.
this is, even if you learn like Unix also, same thing, you get putty access only, you not putty level only.
Okay. And Windows administration is also similar like this.
Windows is most similar means only graphics, not for command mode.
Okay. So Windows is
Windows
graphics.
completely. Windows you can do complete graphically. They don't do command. If they want to do command mode, you should learn like no which language, some language, PowerShell.
Mm.
If you want to work on
Okay.
the Windows command mode, you should learn the PowerShell, one separate again tool. You need to learn
Mm.
the PowerShell language again. But Windows people prefer only, not preferring, people do only graphical interface, GUI.
Okay.
But
Okay.
everything GUI they
Okay.
do. Yeah. Fine, Rakesh, any queries?
Got it, Rama. And
Yeah.
one more thing, how hard is the course, Rama? Like, I'm not, that affluent in, administration. For now, I am.
Yeah. You're already working as IT support engineer, right? This is not a big
Yes.
deal
Yeah.
for you. Okay. Only thing is you have to practice. Okay. I'll give you, see, we are discussing theory with practicals, right? Every day, such a recording. I'll give some documentation, lab documentation. Only job is to like follow the step which I'm sharing with you, right? It's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay.
That's why.
Okay. So once the course is finished, will there be any project, live project or
No,
something?
not like project. I'll try to give the real-time example for you. While taking the training, I'll give you the real-time how we exactly work in the real-time way. I'll explain you. But there is no project actually as of now. Because product
Okay.
actually we are working in the companies, right? So we cannot show what doing in the company general, right? That's why. But I'll give you the real-time how the way we do the work will tell you,
Okay.
and how we
Okay.
get the request and how we are going to work will tell you.
Okay. Okay. So one more last question, Rama. Like, see, everything is moved to cloud, right?
Okay.
Okay. So though we work on command prompt on Linux,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
will work
exactly.
for we will work for servers which are on cloud as well, I guess, no?
Exactly. Like, see, cloud movement. What is happening? You're creating server in the cloud instead of your on-premise, right? You're
Mm.
you're creating the server in the cloud only. But once the server is created, the remaining you need to maintain, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. The remaining you need to maintain, you need to configure, you need to work as physical by logging into the put 11, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Exactly.
Got it. Got it.
Only the server is moving to the cloud, but the remaining we need to configure, we need to make partition, we need to create the users, we need to manage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, only the cloud means what happening? Installation happening very quickly. That's it. Installation
Oh.
happening very quickly. The remaining everything same only. We need to work. We
Mm.
need to configure everything.
Okay. And that's it, Rama.